My child, something strange is moving around your energy right now. You might feel a sudden chill, a shift in your heart, or an uneasiness you can't explain. That's not random. Archangel Michael says, it's an emergency. 2 minutes left. The identity of the one who meant you harm is being revealed. The spiritual realm is no longer silent, the mask of deception is tearing apart right before your eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 222. This message isn't for everyone, it's for the one who has been feeling drained, confused, or strangely watched. You've sensed something off but couldn't name it. Today heaven names it for you. Archangel Michael says, the person who tried to harm you has finally been exposed. They spoke kindly in daylight but planted poison in the dark. Someone who once smiled in your presence now trembles because their secret is out. They are about to be confronted not by you but by divine truth itself. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Listen carefully because time is truly running short. The phrase 2 minutes left ISN 1111T just symbolic. It's spiritual timing. Heaven is cutting off the last thread that connects you to the one who tried to manipulate your peace. The betrayal was real, but so is your protection. God says, do not fear. The darkness they sent will turn into light before your eyes. This message found you at the exact moment the divine clock struck exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This person isn't far away, they're close enough to know your steps, your dreams, your weaknesses. You once trusted them deeply. You opened your heart, maybe even your home. But now Archangel Michael says, their energy has turned cold and their words sharp. Their envy grew silently until it became action. And today heaven has drawn a bright circle of fire around you, no harm can cross it. You are now under divine watch and your angels are active. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You've been dreaming things lately, strange symbols, familiar faces, or sudden warnings. Those dreams weren't meaningless. They were divine clues. The voice you ignored in your sleep was Archangel Michael himself whispering, wake up, look closer. The truth is showing itself. Something that was hidden in conversation, message, or deal will surface soon. Do not panic when it happens, it's heaven revealing what was meant to stay buried. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A woman older than you is connected to this energy. Her presence has always felt divided, caring one day, cold the next. She's not the core of this attack, but she's the bridge that carried the lies. You once shared something with her thinking it was safe. That information was twisted and handed to the wrong hands. But now Archangel Michael says, their tongues will tie. Their plans will fold. The truth will speak louder than every whisper they tried to spread. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Your name was mentioned in a room where you weren't present. Words spoken against you have been caught, spiritually recorded, waiting for the right time to resurface. The people who played along in silence will start to turn uneasy. Watch how their behavior shifts. Some will avoid your gaze, some will act overly kind. It's not your imagination, it's conviction moving through them. The divine court has begun its judgment. Type Amen to get blessing 808. There's also a man who envies your light. He once admired you, but that admiration rotted into jealousy. He talks behind your back trying to gather others against you. But Archangel Michael says, every lie spoken against you shall collapse in full view. This man's own words will betray him. Those who once believed him will soon question everything he said. The truth is now unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You may feel strange sensations, chills, sudden fatigue or pressure in your chest when this person's name crosses your mind. That is not fear. It's your spirit sensing interference. Tonight light a candle, say your name aloud and declare your home sealed by light. What happens after that will shock you. Peace will return like morning sunlight after a storm. Archangel Michael says, their power fades the moment you stand in truth. You are being lifted beyond their reach. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. A digital trace, a document, or an image is involved. Someone tried to twist something to make you look wrong, but the energy behind that plan has reversed. The very tool they used will become evidence against them. You'll soon hear a conversation or see a message that confirms what you suspected all along. When it happens, don't react with anger. Smile silently. Heaven is proving what you already felt in your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. God says, you were never alone. Every tear, every moment of confusion was seen. The same way they plotted in the dark, the divine was writing your defense in light. This exposure isn't to embarrass them, it's to free you. The person who wished to harm you has already lost the access they once had. Doors they forced open are closing permanently. And the peace you lost will return multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. You will notice something small, a name repeating, a forgotten message reappearing, or a dream you can't shake. That's the confirmation. You'll realize it wasn't random. It was divine timing preparing you to cut the last cord of toxicity. Don't chase revenge. Just stay still. The energy that tried to break you is now collapsing on its own. Archangel Michael says, stand tall. The battle is over. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. Your next season begins the moment you stop doubting what your spirit already knows. The same hands that tried to harm you will tremble when your breakthrough appears. They will watch you rise and realize heaven defended you before you even asked. This exposure is not punishment, it's protection. And as you breathe these words, light is filling every space they tried to darken. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. God says, you are safe now. What was meant to destroy you has turned into proof of your strength. The betrayal that once hurt you will become the story that inspires others. You have been chosen to witness justice with your own eyes. And as this message closes, remember the time of danger has ended and the time of restoration has begun. Heaven has declared it finished. If this message reached you at the right moment, don't scroll away. Like this video, share it so others can receive protection, and subscribe to stay under the shield of divine truth. Your angels are watching. Your spirit is rising and your story is turning in your favor starting now. Type Amen to get blessing 2025. This isn't about revenge. It's about revelation. The truth has been unveiled and heaven made sure you would see it, not to punish but to prepare you. Every tear, every sleepless night, every question that broke your peace now finds its answer. The silence that once hurt you is becoming your greatest weapon. What was whispered in shadows will echo loudly in justice. You are not being pulled backward, you are being launched. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. The person who thought they silenced your voice is about to hear it everywhere. Your name will now be spoken in rooms of opportunity, not gossip. Where they plotted, doors will open. Where they mocked, favor will rise. The same mouths that doubted you will speak your praise, not because they want to but because heaven will make them witnesses of your comeback. Archangel Michael says, every false word spoken about you is being rewritten in divine truth. You will be honored where you were humiliated. You are not losing anything of value, you are being freed from what couldn't handle your growth. The isolation you felt was not punishment, it was preparation. Heaven hid you so no one could interfere with your rising season. The delay was divine protection and the distance was spiritual preservation. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. In the coming days a sign will confirm what's unfolding. It might come through a message, a repeating number, or a sudden piece that makes no sense. Don't overthink it. That's your confirmation. You've entered the timeline of fulfillment where everything you were promised begins to take form. What once felt like confusion is now becoming clarity. The unseen hands of the divine are rearranging your reality for alignment. You'll notice certain faces disappearing quietly. Don't chase closure, their absence is your protection. Some people were never meant to walk this new chapter with you. Their role has ended and heaven is writing the next part without them. Forgive, release and move. This is your elevation, not your explanation season. Type Amen to get blessing 5757. Your finances, relationships and peace are all realigning at once. What looked like chaos is simply correction. You will soon see why it had to happen this way. A blessing delayed was not a blessing denied, it was simply waiting for the right foundation to land safely. Now that foundation is built. The next blessing won't come as a trickle, it will pour like rain. Archangel Michael says, the floodgates are open. Every seed you planted in tears will bloom in abundance. The waiting season is over. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. There's a message you will receive soon, a voice or text that feels ordinary but carries spiritual weight. Don't ignore it. Within that message lies a divine instruction. Follow your intuition carefully, your spirit will recognize truth faster than logic can explain. Heaven is not testing you anymore, heaven is trusting you with discernment. A powerful shift in your energy field has already begun. That's why you feel lighter, more certain, more protected. The battles that once drained you will no longer even reach you. You are now shielded in divine frequency. You don't need to fight for peace anymore, your presence will command it. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. Someone who once rejected you will soon approach with regret. They will say they've changed, but your peace will already tell you the truth. Don't reopen doors God already closed. This time silence will be your strength and peace your proof. Let your growth speak louder than your words. Your blessings are not waiting, they're accelerating. By the time the next full moon rises, something you've been hoping for will manifest. It might not appear the way you expected, but it will be exactly what your soul needs. Divine timing is never late, it's always layered with purpose. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. This helps spread these divine messages to others who need healing and protection. Now listen, there is one more revelation. The dream that keeps returning, the place that feels familiar, the word that keeps replaying in your spirit, it's not random. It's heaven preparing your next assignment. You're not just being protected, you're being positioned. You'll soon meet someone whose energy feels like recognition. That connection will not be coincidence, it will be destiny. Your name has been spoken in divine meetings. You were chosen for a purpose far greater than your pain. That's why you had to go through so much, the breaking was necessary for the becoming. The person they tried to destroy doesn't even exist anymore. What stands now is reborn, radiant and divinely unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 6868. In the next 72 hours something will shift physically or spiritually. It could be a message, a dream, a sudden change in emotion, but it will feel like relief. That moment will mark the official end of your battle. Don't resist it, let it flow. Let the divine rewrite everything they tried to erase. Archangel Michael says, your enemies will fall into their own nets. Every trap they built is now a testimony in your favor. Walk boldly, for your story has already turned. From this day forward your footsteps are anointed. Your name is protected. Your purpose is unstoppable. You are no longer waiting for peace, you are walking in it. The storm is over. The light is here. But this is not an ending. It's the unfolding of a new path written long before you doubted yourself. Heaven is not closing a chapter, it's opening a scroll with your name engraved in light. You've completed the hardest season, the one meant to test your endurance, faith and self-worth. Now comes the soft return, the time when peace no longer visits but stays. This is where the divine begins to rebuild everything you thought was lost. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. You will notice small things shifting first, the way your mornings feel lighter, the way random songs or words seem to echo your exact thoughts. These are confirmations that your angels are realigning your life in quiet but powerful ways. You are not being delayed anymore, you're being positioned. Every rejection that once hurt you was protection steering you toward divine precision. The waiting was not wasted, it was transformation in disguise. Soon someone who once doubted you will have no choice but to acknowledge your glow. Not because you demanded recognition, but because truth cannot stay hidden when it's your turn to shine. They'll realize too late that they were looking at someone chosen by heaven itself. Type Amen to get blessing 5051. You might feel sudden bursts of emotion, moments where your heart races for no reason, or you feel waves of calm when you should be afraid. That's your soul syncing with divine timing. You're stepping into the chapter where everything once confusing becomes clear. The conversations that ended abruptly, the silence from certain people, it all had purpose. Spirit was rearranging what didn't belong. You were never forgotten, you were being refined. This refinement was never punishment, it was preparation. The universe was not taking from you, it was making space. The same void that scared you will now become the cradle of your blessing. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. Archangel Michael says, you are entering a season of recognition. Every unseen effort, every quiet prayer, every tear that fell without witness, it was recorded. And now heaven has marked your name for reward. The balance is shifting in your favor. What felt unfair will soon be justified. The divine doesn't forget its faithful. The same people who laughed at your patience will watch how quickly your elevation arrives. There will be a phone call, unexpected but divine. It will carry words that change something significant. An opportunity, an apology, or a closure you never thought would come. When it happens, take a deep breath and remember this is your answered prayer arriving through human form. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. You'll feel the need to clean again, not just your space but your digital and emotional surroundings. Trust that impulse. It's heaven's way of clearing static energy so blessings can flow unobstructed. Even your phone, your desk, or your mirror may hold vibrations of the past, release them. You are creating room for your expansion. And as you do, money, peace, and clarity will follow in surprising synchronicity. It won't feel forced. It'll feel natural, as if life is finally breathing in your direction again. Type Amen to get blessing 8181. Someone who once pretended to protect you will suddenly go silent. That silence is not confusion, it's exposure. They've realized their manipulations no longer hold power because you've evolved beyond their reach. Don't chase their apology. Their distance is the apology. The peace you feel now is not fragile, it's fortified by truth. Archangel Michael says, you don't need to prove your purity to anyone. The light within you already testifies on your behalf. What is sacred cannot be stained by rumor. Remember this when old names try to resurface. You owe no explanation to anyone who chose to misunderstand you. Type Amen to get blessing 5757. A small event in the coming days will feel like déjà vu. You'll think, I've seen this before. You have. Spirit showed it to you earlier as a preview to remind you that your discernment is real. You've grown into your intuition and it's leading you faithfully now. Listen without fear, follow without hesitation. The road is clear even if the path looks unfamiliar. There's a divine reversal happening. The ones who doubted your worth will start doubting their own choices. The ones who spoke against you will find themselves defending your name. That is how heaven restores balance, quietly but undeniably. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. You may feel an urge to visit water soon, a river, lake, or even a shower that feels unusually cleansing. Go. Water is renewal, and right now the elements are cooperating with heaven to wash away residue that isn't yours to carry anymore. As you let the water touch your skin, silently declare, I release all that was never mine. Feel the peace that follows. That is the spiritual reset beginning in real time. Archangel Michael says, they can no longer touch what has already ascended. You have risen beyond their reach and now the only thing left is peace. Type Amen to get blessing 9393. Every dream, every whisper, every repeating number you've seen has not been coincidence, it's alignment. Your guides are confirming that the storm has passed and restoration has begun. You're walking under divine watch where no weapon physical or spoken can interfere. The promise over your life is active, not pending. Take this moment to breathe in freedom. Feel how light your heart feels compared to before. That's not just emotional relief, it's spiritual proof that heaven has intervened. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. Know that every act of gratitude multiplies your energy and sends light back into your own path. You are a vessel of divine flow, not lack. And now stand in the awareness of your renewal. You have survived everything meant to silence you. You have become everything they said you wouldn't. The chains are not just broken, they are gone. Walk forward knowing that peace is your new inheritance. They thought your silence meant weakness, but they never understood it was divine strategy. You were being hidden, not forgotten. The moment you stopped explaining yourself was the moment heaven started speaking for you. And now their voices that once sounded so loud are fading into static. Their influence is slipping. People are starting to question them, not you. What once seemed like a web of power is now unraveling thread by thread. You stood still while their own actions exposed them. The truth doesn't rush, it arrives exactly when it's meant to. Type Amen to get blessing 121212. Archangel Michael says, the storm they created to destroy you has circled back to their own doorstep. Every rumor, every lie, every whispered plan has turned direction. What was sent to scatter you will now scatter them. You don't need to say anything, beloved. Your peace is already shouting in the spirit realm. The light around you is stronger than their words, and that light is what's blinding them now. Watch closely, people who once believed them will begin to distance themselves. The truth is sinking in, silently but powerfully. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. The spiritual court has ruled in your favor. That's why you've been feeling waves of calm lately. It's not denial, it's confirmation. The tension in your chest is leaving. The sleepless nights are ending. You are not imagining it, your spirit finally feels safe. Even your dreams are beginning to shift. Where there was confusion there is now clarity. Where there was betrayal there is balance returning. This isn't luck, it's divine order taking its rightful place. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. They will try to contact you again soon, not to apologize but to test your boundaries. Don't let curiosity pull you back. Your healing costs too much to risk for closure. Let God handle what's unfinished. You don't owe explanations to anyone who fed off your pain. Silence is your answer and peace is your power. The more you ignore their attempts, the faster they fade. Remember, absence speaks louder than arguments. Type Amen to get blessing 9090. You are about to see a major reversal. Something they took, your reputation, your credit, your peace, is coming back multiplied. It might happen through a conversation, a letter, or a chance encounter, but when it happens you'll know. It'll feel like justice wearing your name. Don't gloat, stay humble. The divine always restores with precision, not chaos. You're being honored quietly the same way you were hurt loudly. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. Archangel Michael says, the walls they built against you are now prisons for their own guilt. The energy they spent trying to block your rise is draining their strength. You don't even have to fight anymore, the light has already won. Their supporters will begin to step back one by one. Their circle will shrink to silence. And when the truth is fully revealed, people will remember who you were in stillness, not who they said you were in slander. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. There's a message meant for you within the next 3 days. It could appear through a dream, a repeated number, or a familiar name showing up unexpectedly. Don't ignore it, it's confirmation that your breakthrough is in motion. When it arrives, take a deep breath and say, I receive it. That simple acknowledgement seals what heaven has already decided for you. You are no longer fighting for clarity, you are walking in it. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. If you've been feeling emotional lately, crying for no reason, feeling chills or exhaustion, it's because your spirit is shedding the last remnants of old pain. You're being reborn into a lighter version of yourself. This isn't sadness, it's cleansing. You're not losing your strength, you're rediscovering it. You're entering a stage where peace feels natural, not earned. Where joy doesn't need validation. That's what true spiritual maturity looks like. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. The person whose name haunted your peace is losing their control over your energy. Their shadows no longer reach your space. You might even find yourself thinking of them less and less, as if your soul finally detached. That's healing, quiet and real. The universe is closing that door permanently. Don't reopen it by looking back. Look forward, something beautiful is forming. And soon you'll realize that the pain was simply preparation for power. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet, in favor, in opportunity, in blessing. You'll see invitations, calls or offers that seem to come out of nowhere. That's divine recompense. What was delayed is now being delivered. Every tear you cried was a seed, and now the harvest is appearing. Don't doubt it when it comes, quietly. Miracles rarely make noise. Type Amen to get blessing 7070. Archangel Michael says, your rise will not be hidden this time. The same world that watched you struggle will witness your strength. The hands that pointed fingers will now fold in silence. The ones who mocked will soon admire. Stay humble, stay focused. The divine is not finished yet. You have outlasted every lie, outshined every shadow, and outgrown every false attachment. Your victory is not loud, it's luminous. Type Amen to get blessing 3330. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. Every act of gratitude carries energy, and every word of faith you speak echoes in the unseen. What's coming next for you is peace without confusion, love without fear, and success without sabotage. This message is your final confirmation. The name has fallen, the truth has risen, and your path is now pure light. They see your light rising too brightly to be denied. What once felt like silence is now thunder in the heavens. Every whispered lie they spread is now being chased by echoes of truth. People who once turned away are now seeing what you carried all along, divine favor. And as your spirit lifts, every hidden hand that tried to hold you down is trembling under exposure. The balance is shifting. The storm they sent has turned its direction. Type Amen to get blessing 55577. The words impossible and too late no longer exist for you. God says, I have placed you in a position where their words cannot reach, where their energy cannot touch. Even the air around your name is different now, protected, blessed, and set apart. The angels who once guarded silently are now walking ahead of you, clearing every obstacle that once delayed you. This is not just restoration, it is divine acceleration. Every plan you were unsure of will suddenly make sense. Every delay will now reveal its purpose. What was meant to slow you down was only there to make your foundation unshakable. Your name is becoming a key, one that opens doors no human can close. The people who once questioned your worth will now need your guidance. Type Amen to get blessing 78451. The same ones who thought your silence meant weakness will realize it was wisdom. They will replay your words, your actions, and your peace and see the divine strength behind them. This is what grace looks like when it turns into fire. It burns through confusion but keeps your heart soft. You are not being called to fight anymore, you are being called to shine. There will be moments in the coming days where time feels slower, where your thoughts quiet down. That's not emptiness, that's alignment. The universe is syncing with your purpose, creating space for blessings to land without interference. What you feel as stillness is heaven preparing your stage. Type Amen to get blessing 99881. You are being seen not by the eyes of those who doubted you but by those destined to elevate you. Someone powerful, someone influential is about to speak your name in the right room. And when they do, doors will open that even you didn't dare to knock on. You won't have to chase what's meant for you. It will arrive carrying your name. Archangel Michael says, the time of restoration has already begun. The winds are shifting and your name is being carried toward favor. You'll notice synchronicities, numbers, signs, dreams, songs. Each one will be confirmation that you are walking the divine blueprint. Don't question the timing. Everything is unfolding exactly as heaven intended. Type Amen to get blessing 40444. They will try to rewrite history to make themselves look clean, but heaven keeps the receipts. Every word, every plot, every moment of deceit, all recorded. Justice doesn't forget. And soon those who laughed at your faith will stand in awe of your results. God says, I am not done showing them who you are. You were hidden for a reason because precious things are revealed, not exposed. You'll find yourself saying less but manifesting more. Your peace will be your loudest defense. The people who once dismissed your intuition will start seeking your advice. The very voice they ignored will now guide others. What once was painful will now be your platform. Type Amen to get blessing 66660. You'll notice that some familiar names start fading away. Don't chase them. Their chapter in your story has closed. This silence is not loss, it's divine subtraction. Heaven removes before it rewards. Every time you release someone not meant for your future, another door opens wider. And in that release your spirit becomes weightless again. Someone who once envied your grace will soon come forward with a secret they held. Their guilt has grown too heavy. They may not say everything at once, but what they reveal will confirm what your intuition already knew. Don't gloat, don't react, just listen. The universe is making them confess to cleanse your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 51510. This next season is not about revenge. It's about revelation and rebirth. You are walking into rooms built for your healed self, not your wounded self. The version of you that once begged for closure has now become the closure. You've mastered the art of release, and heaven has taken note. Every ounce of energy you gave in love is now returning multiplied in miracles. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. You'll soon notice how peace begins to protect you like armor. Conversations that used to drain you will no longer even register. Your vibration has outgrown their chaos. What used to feel personal now feels distant because you've finally understood not everything broken deserves your repair. Type Amen to get blessing 82820. Archangel Michael says, their lessons have ended but your blessings have only begun. The truth that once hurt you is now your shield. The hands that released you are unknowingly setting you free. Don't chase the old. Don't reopen what heaven already healed. The world will soon know your name not through gossip but through grace. You are stepping into a space where apologies aren't required because you've already received divine validation. The battle that once defined you will become the story that inspires others. Heaven didn't let you fall, it let you fly differently. And now that you're soaring, those who watched in disbelief will have no choice but to admit your rise was ordained. Type Amen to get blessing 91122. This is your final phase of transition. You'll feel waves of nostalgia, flashes of old memories, but this time they don't hurt. They simply remind you how far you've come. What once broke you now bows before your strength. God says, you have completed the cycle. Nothing that left your life was loss, it was redirection. So walk forward without fear. The ground beneath your feet is sacred now. The future ahead of you glows in divine timing. You were never abandoned, only positioned. And now that the light is fully on you, nothing and no one can dim it again. They thought silence would save them. They thought pretending would erase the echo of what they did. But silence has become their punishment, a mirror they can't look away from. Every night the same thoughts circle them, whispering truths they buried. You don't need to speak their name anymore, the universe already has. Their reputation now walks ahead of them not as pride but as warning. What they once used to deceive is now being used to define them. And that is divine balance unfolding in real time. Type Amen to get blessing 212121. Soon something unexpected will happen, a conversation, a sudden realization, a message meant only for you. It will reveal how far you've come from the chaos they left behind. You will notice how peace feels permanent now, not temporary. You will no longer seek closure from the same source that caused the pain. Heaven has already handed you your final confirmation. When you see the sign, smile quietly. That's the moment your soul recognizes its freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 676767. They are trying to rebuild the illusion, but their energy can no longer bend light. People see through them. Words that once carried weight now fall flat. Their charm has expired. Their audience has turned away. Every attempt to rewrite the truth is collapsing mid-sentence. The image they're fighting to protect is dissolving frame by frame because divine exposure does not stop halfway, it completes its work. Type Amen to get blessing 393939. You on the other hand are rising without trying. The glow that surrounds you is not luck, it's the evidence of divine justice fulfilled. Those who once overlooked you will now find themselves drawn to your energy again, not to use you but to witness what grace looks like after survival. Your peace will become a silent sermon. Your success will become the answer to every false story ever told about you. Type Amen to get blessing 727272. Archangel Michael says, what was once stolen is being restored. What was once silenced is being spoken by heaven itself. You don't need to defend your name, heaven already did. Every lie crafted in darkness has been overturned by truth's light. The path ahead is being cleared with divine precision. Even delays that once frustrated you were secretly protection. Every no was heaven's way of redirecting you to a safer destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 878787. Now those who plotted quietly are watching in disbelief. The same doors they tried to close for you are opening only for you. Opportunities they wanted to block are now finding you through unexpected sources. They're realizing too late that when you stand in alignment with truth, no one can alter your divine appointment. You are walking proof that what's meant for you will always recognize your name. Type Amen to get blessing 919191. In the next few days you may feel a shift, sudden stillness, deeper calm, or even a wave of emotion out of nowhere. Don't resist it. That's your spirit releasing the final remnants of what once held you. It's heaven saying, you can stop carrying what I've already healed. You'll feel lighter, not because life got easier but because your soul finally stopped fighting what was already finished. Type Amen to get blessing 252525. The person who tried to overshadow your light is now lost in their own shadow. They wanted attention, now they crave invisibility. They wanted power, now they fear exposure. Every seed of deception they planted has grown into thorns around them. That's the cost of tampering with divine order. They can run but not hide because heaven's timing never misses its mark. Type Amen to get blessing 585858. Your path now turns toward restoration. Financial breakthroughs, emotional renewal, and spiritual clarity are aligning together. You'll soon receive an opportunity that seems too perfect to be coincidence, that's because it isn't. It's heaven returning what was withheld. It's divine repayment with interest. You are entering a season where everything stolen will return multiplied. Type Amen to get blessing 464646. And when this new chapter unfolds, you will finally understand why it had to take this long. Why certain people had to leave before blessings could arrive. Why your silence was more powerful than confrontation. Everything was orchestrated to position you for this moment. Now the storm that once tried to drown you will become the wind that carries you higher. Type Amen to get blessing 787899. Archangel Michael says, those who mocked your patience will soon witness your promise. Your elevation will not be quiet, it will be seen, shared, and celebrated. Even those who doubted you will have no choice but to acknowledge divine favor on your life. This is the season where your name will travel farther than their lies ever could. Heaven calls this the unveiling. Type Amen to get blessing 636363. They will soon realize they didn't just lose a person, they lost access to divine favor. You were the connection, the blessing, the covering. Now that you've stepped away, their foundation trembles. Without your energy, their plans collapse faster than they can rebuild. Let them. That's not punishment, that's consequence. Heaven is simply returning every action to its rightful owner. Type Amen to get blessing 979797. You beloved are not in a season of revenge but revelation. The truth is your closure. The peace is your victory. The silence is your power. You have nothing left to prove, only more light to embody. Every morning now will carry a new strength, subtle but certain. You'll wake knowing you've already won the unseen battle. Type Amen to get blessing 404040. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. It helps keep the light moving and ensures more souls receive their divine messages in perfect time. Archangel Michael says, you are not waiting for miracles anymore, you have become one. Your very breath carries restoration, and every step you take now writes a new prophecy. Walk in it, unafraid, unstoppable, unshakable. Go forward in light. Because the path ahead has already been cleared for you. The forces that once tangled around your feet have been turned to dust, and heaven itself has paved your next steps. You are not walking into the unknown anymore, you are walking into fulfillment. Every tear you shed has watered this ground, and now it blooms with divine reward. The cycle has closed. The storm has spent its final breath. What comes next will not break you, it will build you higher than you've ever stood before. Type Amen to get blessing 828282. Archangel Michael says, when I cut the final cord, heaven rejoiced. Because what once tried to bind your name to pain can no longer speak your name in any realm. You are being written into new stories now, ones told with reverence, not rumor. Your glow is not a defense anymore, it is an announcement. Angels are clearing your airspace, realigning every opportunity that was delayed. This is divine acceleration. What used to take years will now unfold in weeks. Type Amen to get blessing 919191. You may feel waves of stillness in the coming days, but don't confuse peace with emptiness. That quiet is heaven rebuilding. It's the sound of foundations being laid for blessings too heavy to fall by accident. You are being repositioned for impact. Those who once doubted you will soon ask how you did it. But you won't explain, you'll simply keep walking. Because explanation is for those who need permission. You already have divine authorization. Type Amen to get blessing 222333. Your dreams will start speaking louder now. Not warnings but blueprints. You'll see colors, faces, signs that lead you toward expansion. What once confused you will now click into place like divine geometry. You are being shown the map of your next season. It's not chaos, it's choreography. Every move, every meeting, every miracle is timed to perfection. Comment my alignment is divine and unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 505909. There's a new presence coming into your life, someone chosen to walk beside your purpose, not against it. They will speak peace where others spoke doubt. They will protect where others pretended. You will recognize them instantly, not because of their words but because your spirit will rest in their presence. This connection will not drain you, it will charge your destiny. Heaven is orchestrating divine partnerships now. Type Amen to get blessing 373373. And as for the one who once held your heart hostage in confusion, they are watching from a distance, realizing too late what they lost. Their silence is no longer power. Their regret is no longer your concern. The karma they authored is now their only companion. You don't need revenge. Your peace is their proof. Their energy cannot cross your threshold anymore. Comment my peace is my shield and my victory. Type Amen to get blessing 484848. Archangel Michael says, I have placed a light over your name that cannot be dimmed. Even in their darkness it shines as testimony. You are being spoken about in rooms of influence, in prayers of strangers, in hearts that recognize your resilience. The universe has crowned you with visibility, authentic, earned and irreversible. Your story will now inspire those who were silently fighting their own battles. Type Amen to get blessing 313515. Something divine is about to find its way to your doorstep. A letter, a call, an invitation, something small that carries immense energy. This will not be coincidence. It will be confirmation that heaven moves even through ordinary moments. When you receive it, breathe. That's your signal that the wheel has fully turned. The energy that once chased you has switched directions, it now clears your path. Type Amen to get blessing 787123. Your body may feel lighter, your dreams brighter, your spirit calmer. That's because the warfare has lifted. What once felt like resistance was actually redirection. Now every delay is dissolving. What was once not yet is now right now. You've passed every spiritual test with grace. And heaven does not delay the reward of those who endured with clean hands and a pure heart. Comment my waiting was not in vain, it was preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 959595. Archangel Michael says, they tried to curse what God already called sacred. And now their words are bouncing back like echoes with no landing. You owe no reaction, no defense. Just presence. The truth is already traveling faster than lies ever could. Divine justice doesn't chase, it arrives. And it's arriving now dressed as opportunity, restoration, and recognition. Type Amen to get blessing 626262. A sacred window is opening soon. For 72 hours your atmosphere will hum differently. You'll feel inspired to move, to write, to create, to pray with depth. Follow that urge. It's heaven's nudge. It's your spirit saying, it's time. Every action you take during this period will multiply. This is your divine momentum. The universe is no longer testing your faith, it's rewarding it. Type Amen to get blessing 353757. The person who doubted your strength will soon see your name in a space they never thought you'd enter. You will not need to announce it. Divine placement will speak louder than promotion. You are about to be recognized not for survival but for brilliance. You are walking proof that light wins always. Comment I am the living evidence of divine victory. Type Amen to get blessing 474949. If you felt disconnected lately, it's only because heaven has been upgrading your frequency. You are being unplugged from old energies to connect with higher flow. Now when you speak, creation listens. When you walk, alignment follows. You have become a conduit of divine current and everything around you is responding to it. This is not luck, it's law. Type Amen to get blessing 292828. Archangel Michael says, the mirror has turned. What they sent toward you has returned home, and what you lost in battle will be restored sevenfold. Their whispers fade while your name rises. Their plots dissolve while your blessings solidify. You are standing on sacred ground now, the kind that only those chosen by divine justice can walk upon. Protect this peace like treasure. Type Amen to get blessing 111717. From this moment forward, expect unexpected favor. Expect laughter to return without reason. Expect divine encounters that feel too perfect to plan. Because they are. Heaven's handwriting is all over your timeline now. Every signature is stamped with grace. Every promise is tracking toward you. The wait is over, the door is open, and the light is permanent. Comment one last time: my path is clear, my peace is permanent, my rise is divine. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. The revelation has been sealed. The story has turned. You are free, you are rising, and nothing can reverse what heaven has already written.